In this lab video, I'm going to show you how to run a cross-tabulation analysis with a chi-square analysis in SPSS. In order to demonstrate how to perform a cross-tabulation analysis in SPSS with a chi-square, I will be using the world's dataset. I will use democracy level, dem underscore level 4, as the dependent variable, and the ethnic fractionalization variable, frac underscore F3, as the independent variable in the example. Note that both of these variables are ordinal level. My null hypothesis would be ethnic fractionalization will have no effect on democracy level. My alternative hypothesis will be as ethnic fractionalization increases, democracy level decreases. I will run a cross-tabulation with the chi-square analysis to analyze the effect of ethnic fractionalization on democracy level. Since I am working in SPSS, my decision rule will be slightly different. Instead of calculating the chi-square value by hand and finding the significance value, SPSS will do it for me. If the significance value is 0.05 or less, that means that there is a statistical relationship between the independent and dependent variables. If the significance value is greater than 0.05, that means there is no relationship between the independent and dependent variables. So my decision rule should be if the ethnic fractionalization variable influences democracy level the way I expect it to in the cross-tabulation table, and the significance value for the chi-square statistic is 0.05 or less, I can reject the null hypothesis. I can conclude that as ethnic fractionalization increases, democracy level decreases. If the ethnic fractionalization variable does not influence democracy level the way I expect it to in the cross-tabulation table, or the significance value for the chi-square statistic is greater than 0.05, I cannot reject the null hypothesis. I cannot conclude that ethnic fractionalization influences democracy level. Note that I made an extra handout for you to help you write your decision rule and interpret the results. Now, to run a cross-tabulation table with a chi-square analysis, click on Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Crosstabs. You should always place the dependent variable in the rows box and the independent variable in the columns box. In this case, our dependent variable is dem level 4, so I move it to the rows box, and the independent variable is frac underscore F3, so I move it to the columns box. Next, you should click the cells button and select percentages column, then click continue. Then you should click on the statistics button and select chi-square, then click continue, then click OK. Then SPSS should create your cross-tabulation table with the chi-square analysis in the output window. This chart shows you the percentage of cases that fit into the criteria for each cell. So for example, 34.8% of cases fit in the low level of ethnic fractionalization cell and are also full democracies. This box down here shows you the results of the chi-square tests. If the significance value for the Pearson chi-square test is 0.05 or less, you can reject the null hypothesis. You have support for your hypothesis. Make the appropriate conclusions. If the significance value for the Pearson chi-square test is greater than 0.05, you cannot reject the null hypothesis. You do not have support for your argument. Now I'm going to evaluate my decision rule. First, I assume that as ethnic fractionalization increases, democracy level decreases. It does appear that way in the table. Only 1.9% of countries with high ethnic fractionalization were full democracies, while 34.8% 34.8% of countries with low ethnic fractionalization were full democracies. Next, here is the significance value. It was 0.000. 0.000 is less than 0.05. I can reject the null hypothesis. I can conclude that as ethnic fractionalization increases, democracy level decreases.